Number 93 on our house inspection checklist is simple. If you do not know how to repair something, hire someone who does or find someone who does. Now, if you're interested in doing it yourself and you're not interested in hiring someone, at least get as much information as you possibly can about the particular home repair that you're going to attempt to accomplish. Now, it's just like anything else. If I was going to come over to your house with a screwdriver and a hammer, and that was all, no tape measure, no nails, no screws, no nothing like that, and you wanted me to build you a room addition, I'm going to have a difficult time with just those two tools. Now, if I had a truckload of tools and I come over to your house, I'm probably going to be able to figure it out. It's going to be a little easier here. This is what I'm talking about. You know, if you're going to replace a bathroom faucet, you know, let's say the sink faucet is leaking and you couldn't fix the valves, so you're going to put a new faucet in. Look at the faucet. You know, go on the internet, go down to your local bookstore, whatever you got to do, get some information about making the repairs and then make them. But if they aren't made correctly, especially when it comes to electrical or plumbing, you could end up with a nightmare. I mean, if you're fixing a particular plumbing component or electrical component, and it isn't fixed correctly, you got a water pipe that separates or wasn't tightened enough, and it isn't leaking right there, but within a couple days it starts leaking and you never inspect underneath the bathroom sink again, you know, you've just created a problem. Now, I don't want to scare anyone into thinking that they should just hire a professional. That's not the point I'm trying to make. If you do fix something, monitor the repair, especially if it has anything to do with plumbing or electrical. I mean, if you put a new switch in and you know, everyone's using it, but pretty soon that switch is starting to get loose because you didn't tighten it down enough, hey, get the screwdriver out and then tighten it up again. A plumbing pipe, you know, you tighten it up and everything's great. A few days later it starts leaking. If you're monitoring, you know, hey, you're looking under the sink every couple of days until you're comfortable. Okay, it's looking good, you know. But if after a few days you see it leaking and you fix it, you've just saved yourself, you know, some frustration in the future. So the main point I got to hammer down, and that is it, is if you're going to do the home repairs yourself, get as much information as you possibly can about that particular repair. And again, even if you can find some of the problems with the repair if it isn't done correctly, this could help you in your decision on whether or not you hire someone who knows what they're doing. Now, for the bad news. Let's say you do hire someone that knows what they're doing. This does not mean it's going to be fixed correctly either. I'm sorry to say, people make mistakes. Monitor these repairs also. So, and again, if a plumber comes in and puts a new faucet in and it starts leaking after 3 days, call them back. Or try and tighten it up yourself. But I would call the plumber back, tell him, because this way this teaches the plumber, you know what, I'm not going to use this fitting again. That faucet was crappy. This gives them feedback that gives them more knowledge about things that they can and can't do also. So again, more knowledge is good. If you have a home repair that's out of your league, let someone else do it.
If you own a house, you should inspect it regularly. But how can you inspect a home if you don't know what to look for? If you're not looking for a complicated checklist or something that wasn't written in a language that you can't understand anyway, do yourself a favor and visit this website today. The most valuable investment you have must be protected and inspected.